Welcome to my Cybersecurity Chatbot Part 2 presentation. So what I think I'm going to do is, before we go further, ma'am, I'm going to just simply give you a brief rundown. Hopefully it's about 5 minutes of what my main changes. I'm not going to go through the code. I'll go through the code after I give you the rundown. I'll show you where the changes were made very briefly, and then I'm going to run through my actual chatbot with a walkthrough that I made for me so I can follow through without any problems whatsoever. And I can show you what it does, and that way the video can be at least 12 minutes. I wouldn't want you to sit and watch something that's 45 minutes, wink wink, not like somebody did it. But before we get started, I just want to see what was the... Oh my gosh, the sharks, my bad. For some reason that was open randomly. But so, without further ado, I'm Kyrie Keaton, and I'm here to present to you my part 2. If you are hearing any echoing, it's because I did, in fact, drum roll please, bang, I dropped my mic again. So I am in a cave with, again, sophisticated technology at my disposal. But I'm here to entertain you and hopefully give you something that's worth of my marks. I did also add my README file because, I have to read my README. And I added 10 commits, so I'll give you a screenshot of that in my other document with my links to the video and to my repository. I did use the one you gave us this time, not my own repository. Sit back, relax, and here we go. Hey Cyber Squad, Kyrie Keaton, your code crunching cyber sentry is here to drop a 4-minute banger on my cybersecurity chatbot, part 2 glow up. This bot's now sassier than a firewall blocking a script kiddie and smarter than a hacker's I'm in fantasy. Get it? Because I'm in. I'll spill what I added, fixed, and why with enough laughs to keep you awake. So let's get through this. So the main changes. First, I turned my bot into a keyword ninja, catching passwords, scam, privacy faster than you spot free Wi-Fi. It slings tips like no 123 password unless you're begging for a hacker's house party. Why? Users need instant, no crap cybersecurity advice to stay safe. I slapped a cybersecurity topics array in the security content provider clause to make it happen. Random responses keep things zesty. Oh, I don't think the word zesty is right here, because that would make it... Okay, you know what? Yes, keeps things zesty. You type phishing and it might go sketchy emails. Check the sender, not your luck. Try again and bam, hover over links or invite a virus. Why? Repetition is a snooze. No one likes the same responses, so I did add a few random changes. And I used arrays and random.next to serve fresh cybersecurity snacks every time one wants to prompt the same topic. So phishing 3 times or password 3 times. For conversation flow, I gave my bot a memory with last topic to say dark web, then more. So essentially, if you were to type IoT and tell me more about it, it will remember that and it will give you more responses and follow-ups on different approaches on that specific topic. Memory and recall, you betcha I did this. My bot's got your name and favorite topic like privacy lockdown. It will toss in privacy champ here's a scam tip. Why? Personal touches make learning fun and not a lecture, because we know if you attend a lecture that you do not have fun in, you are on your phone and you do not care what's happening. And I also added a 20% personalization chance, keeps it cool and not clingy. So if you talk about, say, like if you give your chatbot, my chatbot, your name, Kai, I'm interested in privacy back. Oh, great, I'll remember that. And if you tell me something about scams, it is a 20% chance, so 1 in 5 chance of it actually giving you a personalized response back. So it'll be like, Kai, is someone interested in privacy? Here's a tip about scams. So if you're a good gambler and you're really lucky, you're going to hit big here. Sentiment detections were also added, where my bot is forced to play as a cyber therapist. So if you're worried about scams, it says, I got you. Scams are slimy and here's a shield. Why? Cybersecurity is daunting, so empathy is a game changer. So I did add these responses in a dictionary. Error handling laughs at nonsense like banana. Just says, what exactly did you say? So I did add some error handling. I swapped if-else chaos for switch cases. So I had a whole lot of if-elses. I swapped it for switch cases and initialized topic responses. Why? They're sleek, fast, and ready for more topics like a cyber vending machine on steroids. I had bullet formatting, ditched wonky bullets for hyphens to squash duplicates and typos that I was having. Oh, and the simulate typing and user interaction adds a typing animation for the retro hacker vibe. Why? Because visual flair hooks the user, and having a good user interface shows that effort was put in and it helps and makes something more exciting to use. If it was bland, I'm sure no one will like it because in reality, looks do matter. And that's my cybersecurity makeover. It's now a user-friendly, tough-as-nails guide with switch cases keeping my code cleaner than a patch server. Thanks for vibing, cyber heroes. Keep your password spicy and your Wi-Fi locked. Peace. I just threw up finger guns at my PC monitor. If this was an actual video recording, you would have seen that and probably cringed. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go quickly through the code. I'm just going to full screen this bad boy and we're going to zoom in. So main changes made in my console manager. There's just minor tweaks. In here, I redid this, I typed it out, changed this to 1000 to make it pop out more. And I had a big error here. So the main changes, well, 90% of the changes happened here. So I created a dictionary that holds our sentiment responses over here. I also had a delegate because it was a requirement, so I incorporated it in my generate standard response procedure. I changed my process security query to accept more parameters. And here's the delegate getting activated. I also created an array that keeps notes of certain topics in the cybersecurity world. So it loops through it. These last topic that you keep seeing was follow-up. It keeps memory of what the previous question was, so for memory recall. And this is a completely new method, generate standard response. It's for similar to how with the dictionaries, you type in a specific keyword, it will give you a response. That's exactly what happens here. And now we're going to get to, here's the dictionary, so it still is in here. We're going to go to my initialized topic response. What I already explained, but here's my switch case statement. It's neat, better user readability. If I were to have a nested dictionary with string arrays, it would have looked terrible. You would not have enjoyed seeing that. And also, I guess I should notify, add a little PS here. My part 2 references are added at the bottom, so please make sure that you keep track of what's required for my part 2 for the references. And for my user interaction clause, I changed my chat loop to essentially the main thing that was changed here was the messages that get displayed, so I changed this one. And I also changed in the validate input in this one over here. And lastly, I changed what's prompted on the console. And that was the main change, but everything that changed was the switch case over here, the generate response, and delegates that were used. So without further ado, I hope you're still here and you're interested. And if I am sound like a caveman, I do apologize. I did drop my mic, but we're gonna go with a simple rundown. So we're gonna play it, we're gonna let her talk. And I'm just gonna bring this up as I created this so I'm able to test everything that's required. So we're just gonna let her yap for a little bit. I do hope your day has been going well. And I'm going to keep my mouth shut now because I'm sure you are tired of hearing it. So we just go and say Kai. Oh, my bad. Just gonna click on it. Kai. Oh, Kai. Okay, I can't type. I'm dyslexic. Kai. It prompts up a little pretty interface here. If you were to tell how help or menu, I'm sure you saw in the first video what happens. So we're just gonna go through what's required. So if I say tell me about password safety, it's going to give you a little brief overview of what's happening and why certain things are required. And it works for everything, so you say what's a scam, So I would preference, if you're seeing a duplication here, it's not actually a coding error. It's because my simulate typing speed, if you are to speed it up, it creates a low null point for it. So it's like, okay, nothing's been inputted, so it re-inputs the previously inputted thing. So just don't click spacebar when you are. You should let it type as a normal typing machine. I'm going to close my room door because I do believe my mother is drying her hair. So we're just going to quickly do that. 1 second, apologies. And we're going to go to the next one, which is random responses. So if I were to say, what was it? Give me a fishing tip. The reason why you see any duplication is because I keep pressing spacebar. Otherwise, I guess I will show you that it works perfectly without any duplications. And you're going to see at the same time there are random responses. So this is going to be quite different. See, it says be cautious, avoid. So essentially, it's trying to mimic a hacker vibe as a chatbot is typing back to you. So this is a smaller minor thing that I did. And you can do these random responses, conversation flow. So if I say, tell me about the dark web. It's going to give you a little prompt. I'm not going to rush it, because if you rush anything, it's never good. And we want to feel good. Not feel good, but you want it to look good. And then if I say something like, can you give me more I didn't spell more correctly, my bad. More details. And it remembers the topic at hand. It allows for smooth conversation flow. I shouldn't be clicking it, but it works correctly as required. And now we're going to go to memory recall. So if you enter your name and just say, Kai, I'm interested in privacy. Let's get privacy. I spelled interested wrong. Okay, we're gonna interested. There you go. So it is user sensitive because a chatbot needs to be user sensitive. It wanted some edge casing. We wanted some sort of error detection. So there it is. Now, if I were to, so this is where your gambling has to come into play. So if I say, tell me about scam. Again, there's a 1 in 5/5 chance, a 20% chance of it to actually have a personalized response. So we're gonna try again with our luck. We're gonna gamble. Am I gonna get 100%? Oof. Okay. We got one more chance here. Well, we don't. We have a few chances, but okay. It's gonna hit. The next time I try, it's going to hit. We're gonna have some faith. I'm skipping, so that's why you're seeing duplicates. There it go. There's the memory recall. As someone interested in privacy, you might like this. There we go. So it does work. There is my memory recall. 20% chance was added there as a little flair, a little cool thing to add into it to be a bit more, I guess you can say, quirky. And it does have sentiment detection. So if I say I'm worried about online scam, I understand you're feeling worried. Let's address. Use an anti-phishing. So the only I have finished the presentation. It is going to take a bit of time when I'm running through the chatbot. So I do apologize. The video is a bit long. And if I say I'm curious about IoT, great. We're just gonna, if you hear any like cars in the background, you know, it's just in chats, but unfortunately you get all your little golfs that go for no reason. And we're just gonna say error handling, so if you enter nothing, if you enter like, it's like, oh, I don't know what that is. And the only other thing I do believe we wanted to check, well, everything was checked. Yeah, I'm curious about it. And the last cool little feature is we type secret, boom. Just a little Easter egg. Easter has long pause, but that's cool. Let's clear this. And oh, I press space by accident. That's why you're seeing I'm not sure I understand. And we just exit. But I do hope you enjoyed my little brief walkthrough. And I hope that I've kept you entertained with everything and that you're happy with it, ma'am. And guess what? I do have a README. So you're going to be very impressed. It's 16 minutes long. Previous one was 24 minutes. That's 8 minutes reduction there. So with that being said, have a great afternoon or evening. And thank you so much for being here. This was Kyer Keaton's presentation for his part 2. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. That sounds cringy. Well, you know what? Thank you so much.